Are you looking around the Portland area wondering which suburb is the right place for you? Well, today we're going to review Oregon City. We're going to go over some basic demographics, we're going to tour a few of the homes in the area, then we're going to walk the downtown strip. Make sure to watch until the end because we're going to go over why I think Oregon City is about to see a massive equity boom. Before we get to today's video, make sure to subscribe down below because this isn't the only suburb video we're going to be doing. We're going to be covering a lot of the massive suburbs and neighborhoods in the Portland metro market. Now, if you are looking for a home in the area, sign up for my headhunters list so we can find you the perfect property. Leave a like and comment below as this video goes along. By the numbers, Oregon City's average home price is $656,000. That really shows you that a lot of people have moved there and a lot of wealth has moved there because the average Portland home price is only $602,000. There's a lot of people bringing their wealth with them, and there's a lot of people that had a really nice home in Portland, and as life circumstances changed, maybe COVID, the work from home environment, there's so many different reasons that people moved out to Oregon City. Maybe it was to have a 1 acre with a view of Mount Hood. The options are really limitless, and the reasons are as well. Go check out some homes. Hey, this is what $350,000 will get you in Oregon City. Keep in mind that this is not representative of a purchase I would necessarily advise on making. This is a 3-bed, 1-bath. The roof and the siding are pretty shot. This is more to show you that this pretty well represents the floor of what you're gonna get in Oregon City. There's another one listed by my buddy Mitch at $330,000, and that place is falling off of a cliff. This will not pass FHA financing. It's got a smell that the video is not going to translate. This floor is sloping significantly that way. It does have like a decent sized yard, but we're going to skip over to what just under $500,000 can get you, because really you should, if you're buying in Oregon City, 400 plus is really what's going to get you something turnkey. Okay, so the $450,000 to $500,000 range is going to unlock you a lot more. This one is currently listed for $465,000. It is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath, bit of a Swiss Army knife. Built and born in 1993, just like your boy. And you can see that it's got a lot of those oak features that come in the 90s, but just kind of your standard nice turnkey move-in ready home. Nothing too complex. Now I do have a client that just bought a home in Oregon City off of 15th. It was a duplex. He bought it for $475,000. It appraised for $575,000. We're gonna go into the backyard. So it appraised for $575,000, and he's gonna rent one of the units out for $2,000 while living in the other one, and then when he moves he'll be able to rent the entire thing out for $4,000 total. So let's see it on the next one. Let's see what $750,000 gets you in Oregon City. There you see what $750,000 gets you. I've had clients that bought one just like this, slightly south. We're in the South End neighborhood. We were just in Barclay Hills in the last two homes, which tend to have smaller, slightly less, slightly more dated and slightly more worn down. So you can actually see nice craftsman door, quality construction throughout, beautiful features. This home is just over 3,000 square feet. Got 4 bedrooms, nice built-ins. Beautiful granite countertop. I'll actually say that my clients got their home for $765,000. and this one's listed for $770. A nice yard. I would expect a little bit more yard for the price. A nice little yard shed down there. We're gonna go upstairs and check out the bedrooms. But South End, Rivercrest are two really nice established neighborhoods. Downtown Oregon City, McLaughlin neighborhood have a lot of the historic homes, if that's your thing. And then there's acreage out in the unincorporated Oregon City, Redland area. We'll check out some of those properties at the higher price point. What does $1 million plus get you? Check out this master bathroom suite. We're gonna take a peek. That's like your media room, bonus room. Got your laundry room, your bathroom, bedroom 2, 3, and 4. So let's now check out some higher price properties.
So this is looking at a huge chunk of the countryside in Oregon City. A lot of the $1 million properties are going to be out in the country. We were just in Barclay Hills and South End earlier. We're going to zoom in on Beaver Lake. I really like this private community, and we've got this $1.95 million right here that has great views of the lake. So there is Beaver Lake itself. This is a $1.95 million home built in 2005. So if you want to get on the headhunters list, you're going to be able to see a lot of properties like this. Obviously, in order to tour $1 million plus properties, this one's out in Beaver Creek out in the country. This is 80 acres and it's $2.5 million. Huge log cabin. In order to see properties like this, you will need pre-approval or proof of funds. You can't just go window shopping. So let's get back to the video here.
So here we are in downtown Oregon City on Main Street. We're gonna take a walk that way towards where the new downtown waterfront's gonna be. We're gonna see some shops along the way. Wait to the very end of this video because you're gonna see how the equity boom in downtown Oregon City is gonna take off. Let's get walking. So believe it or not, Oregon City actually started off as Oregon's main population center. We were the Capitol building, the state capitol, the main population hub in the late 1800s after the Oregon Trail led people to the end result, which was the Willamette Valley. Portland only became the major population center in the early 1900s after that transition happened. And that's because we have the Willamette Falls here, which was a huge, it was a great hub for the lumber industry, the fishing industry, a lot of the outdoor industries that really created the boom, the fur trade, all of those things that created Oregon's first boom before we had the tech boom. Behind me, you've got, look at that elevator right there. It is the only vertical street in the entire United States. And on the flip side of me, you've got the old Oregon City Bridge, which if you drive that and there's a huge truck coming in the opposite direction, either a box truck, you'll actually see a truck making its way down. It's a fairly narrow bridge. Beautiful bridge though, lots of history down here in Oregon City, and it's just a beautiful day to be walking in downtown Oregon City. And we're gonna actually show the elevator again. It's really cool, mid-century design, and of course it was made in the 50s. It just looks like something out of, I don't know. Comment below what you would see that cool mid-century design in. I think there's that TV show with the Jetsons. It's the Jet Age, and that's really what downtown Oregon City reminds you of, that old Oregon City feel. And we actually skipped past, there's actually, if you're on 7th Street, cool car. There's always cool cars in my videos. If you see my downtown Portland, it's downtown Portland safety dude, you'll see another car interaction. That might have actually been another Camaro. But down on 7th Street, there's an antique store. I would go check that out. Lots of cool toys and stuff. Go in there and JFK actually sat at the bar at the back, you know, those old milkshake bars where 50s and 60s the kids would come after school and order a milkshake. JFK actually sat at one of those tables, and there's a placard to commemorate them. So as we're continuing down Oregon City here, you got tons of cool restaurants. I really like Archive. Sadly, Singer Hill coffee shop closed down, and they're looking at new ownership. Singer Hill was a great European style open air coffee shop with a huge climbing wall of plants. So if you know of a great coffee shop in Oregon City that you prefer, I know that there's Black Ink, White Rabbit, which is just, we're about to walk past that. That's another decent coffee shop in the area. I'd say Oregon City's starving for great coffee shops. They've got really good pubs and bars though, just lined up and down Main Street here. There's another cool car here. I actually think I know the owner of that car. So we're actually almost here to the main construction going on. So we're gonna go and talk in front of this construction, and this is kind of the big equity boom that's going to be brought to Oregon City. So you'll see behind me all of the construction going on. You can see that crane or those little scooper things. You tell me what that is. But this construction going on, this was a paper mill. It brought industry to the area, but what it also did was kind of drowned out the Willamette Falls. The Willamette Falls are the second most powerful waterfall in all of the U.S., and that's by water volume. And it got completely drowned out on both sides. There's actually a paper mill. You can see where that steam's coming up on the West Lynn side. And there's a paper mill here on the Oregon City side. What they're doing is they are demolishing all these buildings. That's the old admin building, and they're creating a brand new waterfront that's coming to downtown Oregon City. The same thing happened to Vancouver, and that was a multi-year process. And with it came high-rise condos, brand new restaurants, just a huge flurry of activity that not only brought in business, but also brought in equity to the local housing market. So you're going to see that a lot of these renovations coming to downtown Oregon City, and if you see the plans that they have in place, it's going to be great for local business, for your home equity, and that's why I'd say that right now is a great time to be moving to Oregon City as one of Portland's major suburbs, is because it's really going to get redesigned. You saw how nice it was to just walk down Oregon City's main strip, and it's only going to be made nicer with that proximity to the waterfalls. We're going to make Niagara Falls as a tourist attraction look like a weak little water park. I think that Oregon City really has what it takes once we truly stop, some would say, abusing the fact that we have such a cool natural attraction and just kind of choking it out with those paper mills. While that did bring a lot of industry and business, it really, people will pass by the Willamette Falls all the time, and you almost don't know it's there right now. And that close access to the falls is really going to remind us of the great beauty and the great powerful nature that surrounds us in the greater Portland area. And so I just think that Oregon City is going to continue to grow as a major hub, as a major attraction, as this construction and money gets poured in. So stay tuned, subscribe, and watch this video next as we learn about Oregon together. If you're moving down, feel free to reach out.